I'm Maddie Marshall alongside Jen Folk, multiple-time Female Player of the Year. Love having her come up here and call some games with us, and along with Mike Jeffrey, the former coach of Baltimore Arsenal and the editor of Great American Paintball. So this is an interesting set here. Legion and Diesel. Diesel did drop their first game to New York Extreme, and then Red Legion warmed up in a very close battle against Aftershock, and then both Impact and the Ironman are undefeated here currently. So Jen, you picked a good one again.
Hey man, I got lucky with this one. Fits in the schedule and it's a great game, so I'm looking forward to it for sure. Who do you guys see, I mean, so far, who's been kind of your, I don't want to say, yeah, give me a dark horse and a front runner.
We're still
so
a little
far.
too early, to be honest. I mean, as far as morning
I'll ask you
bracket
tomorrow.
dark horses, to me, there's no true dark horse. Maybe the if the Ironman can beat Impact right now, they're a legit dark horse.
Okay.
I will give them that.
The Tauntauns are playing really impressively as well, I would say. No surprise there after how they performed at the last event. Now in this, Diesel, Red Legion, both teams getting 5 out alive.
Yeah, Diesel starting from the blue side. They're going to be dropping a first body, so it's going to be a 5-on-4 situation here in favor of Red Legion, who's still doubling at that back center and maybe with a gun issue. And here comes the move across. Looks like, so they do shoot out Kirill Peridny, as it was Jesse Stevens to launch, but down to 3 bodies.
I think we had a 4-on-2 here, Maddie.
Oh, 2 bodies
Yep.
now.
Yeah, it's just Mark Baginski and Alex Goldman left for AC Diesel.
It's a good fill out to the Dorito corner here for Baginski, though, getting out of that Dorito side Aztec in a 4-on-2. Nice fill there.
Yeah.
We do have Kuzmin in the Snake 3 here, which is, I think, pretty critical in this moment.
Yeah, and it's been an interesting story. So no Sergei Sonaiskov here as he's dealing with an injury. So Kuzmin entering the starting lineup and playing very well for them. They did bring in Vasquez as well, too, after the first 3 points. So we'll probably see him at some point.
I'm sure you guys have talked about it already, but it is quite toasty here. So having a little bit of depth is going to help for sure.
Yeah, and it's humid, too. So the humidity is really, yeah, heat is terrible, but humidity is tough on the paint, tough on your body.
Baginski picks up Karslev, moving into that Dorito 2 for Red Legion, backed up by Baridnikov. Alex Goldman, though, dipping across into that Snake Rito for Diesel. Tries to sneak one in on Kuzmin, doesn't connect. 2-on-4, advantage Red Legion.
It looks like J-Rab's here in this Snake side little mini W with gun issues. He's got his loader off right now.
Yeah, Jen, he's been having gun issues this whole point, so effectively kind of takes him out of the game.
Big move
Here comes
here.
the move, but Baginski's going to come through a defenseless J-Rab. I think he might have got his gun up to trade out with him. No, and then Malloy dies at the same time, and it's going to leave just Karslev over there on the D side as the dust settles.
So I think J-Rab might have gotten team killed there in the back of the head because I think Malloy knew J-Rab's gun was down and might have taken him. All right, we got a 1-on-1 here.
Alex Goldman does not know it's a 1-on-1 or did not until now. Checking inside, it's Karslev versus Alex Goldman. Karslev launching, shoots Goldman in the face and stays alive. Karslev.
Huge one for Pavel Karslev. Up to win the battle and put the first point on the board for Legion.
I like the move and the read there by Ice, though.
Yeah, me
Baginski.
too.
That was a nice read on that Dorito side.
Yeah, Mark Baginski making this one a game.
Yeah, you can see it on your screen right here. A little replay.
Yeah, so he then shoots. Maybe J-Rab
So
could get team killed.
he had a big hit on the back of his head, Maddie.
That's when you really can thrive as that attacker on the D side. Until then, you're, like you said, just basically at that spot on an island.
Yep. And it looks like Silos either got bounced or had a gun issue there on the in the bunker we're talking about, but it's 5-on-5 here.
Lackey trying to take some ground up the middle with AC Diesel now on the red side of the field. Looks like Lackey going to be taking the walk as here comes Kirill Peridny now hunting up the middle for Red Legion, trying to get across that gap. He gets onto AC Diesel's side of the field and posts up looking towards that Dorito side.
And this is where that gets tough, right, Maddie? Because now Diesel's in that lower body situation, but it's going to be hard for Silos to get out of there when you've got Kirill, just like I said, Kirill up here in their brick, shutting it down there.
Yeah, first engagement with Kirill in the middle, and Silos gets peeled off. So all Russian Legion. I heard that Kirill was really dangerous up the middle in this layout practice, and clearly showing it here today for Red Legion.
Yeah, you know, Red Legion's got a good chance to win the tournament if Kirill is playing well up the middle of the field. He had a little bit of a rough one in that first game. A couple early deaths, got beat on a couple bunker moves, but still, it's Kirill Peridny. This guy's going to be a first bout Hall of Famer whenever he decides to hang it up.
So we got a 5-on. Whoa, okay, tough death there for Kuzmin out of the Snake 3 for Red Legion. So that's going to be a 4-on-3 situation with Red Legion still owning the Snake. We got J-Rab in the Snake 3 over there, while Diesel is kind of stuck here in the triangle over here on the Oh, wow. Another kill. Okay. So that's that Baginski there in the back center holding it down for Diesel?
No, it's Alex Goldman, I think, on the cross from that
Oh,
wall
from the,
shot
okay.
to both.
It looks like they were both looking that way with Clint, you know, looking heads up, but.
Well, massive kills for Alex Goldman. He's going to switch off after done the work on the D side. He puts his gun towards the snake side. Think about maybe moving up to the wedge. Looks like Diesel is going to be losing Baginski out of that back center. And they lose another body as well, too. So I guess it's just Clint Johnson left alive. No, it's Mouse. Yeah, Mouse gets across, but AC Diesel going to concede the point.
Yep.
Legion going to go up by 2 now.
It looks like Red Legion was gonna, or Diesel was gonna crawl back into that point after getting those 2 big kills off the snake side, but then dying out of the backfield to Baginski and Clint Johnson, leaving just Alex Goldman. And it's working for him today so far. Red Legion up 2-0 on AC Diesel. Diesel gonna lose Baginski out of the back center off the break, and a running referee chasing Jesse Stevens. So 4-on-3 in favor of Red Legion as Karslev walks off.
Yeah, Karslev does walk off, so no one on that D side, which should make things interesting. Look for one of those doubled up back spots. Oh, they're going to lose Kirill Pridny as well, too, as Kuzmin gets into Snake 3.
And this is what we were talking about, right? The value of Kuzmin's body right here. He's got the ground. He's in a very, very important bunker on. Oh, tough death by J-Rad behind him, though.
Door opens here for AC Diesel down by 2. They need to stay alive. They're going to lose their back center player with Clint walking off. And then there goes Kyle Spica, dips out in the back corner bunker on the D side, dealing with Kuzmin in front of him. They're also in the snake with Mouse.
It's Tiger Ware against Tiger King and Malloy. Alex Goldman and Kyle Spica against Kuzmin and Baridnikov. Diesel down 2, would love to get this one back. It was looking like it was Red Legion's point to win, but Diesel hanging tough here.
Pretty even on.
Oh, here we go. Big move by Malloy down the Dorito side. Or, yeah, Dorito side. Does he get Goldman clean? And he does not. Looks like that's...
One-on-one situation right now as Kyle Spica living on the edge. He's going to go out into a gun. Looks like they're going to trade. It's going to be a no point here, which is still advantage. Red Legion burnt a little bit of this clock off, and AC Diesel, scrappy performance from them in this point. Can't convert it, though.
There at the end, Mike, it looked like Spica got a bounce. I saw him kind of check himself.
Definitely got bounced. He came into the open area off inside from the Doritos. Kuzmin on the wrap. Looked like he put a ball in. Spica checked. Looked like Spica got a little flustered after taking that bounce, too.
Yeah, I mean, he did take cover, but also he needed to be careful there. You take a bounce, you got some refs looking at you. If he starts opening up that gun, don't want to draw a penalty.
That's the stuff you love to see when you're a photographer out there. Love it.
2-0 Red Legion here in this one. AC Diesel losing another out of the back center. Red Legion is just shooting back up the gut so well right now.
Yeah, you can see Kirill here playing over that center break just very freely.
Yeah, AC Diesel now getting Alex Goldman into the snake. Kuzmin is already in the snake for Red Legion.
Yeah, into the snake here. AC Diesel as well, too. Kuzmin in a slightly better position in that snake 3. Henningberg going to launch up the middle. And looks like Kirill might be taking the walk. He was about to throw that pod into the ground. He's had a couple bad beats up there. Shot on a bounce shot, it looked like, on that one.
Yeah, that bounce shot off the pin has eaten him a couple times now.
Yeah, I think he's getting frustrated at the bounce shot because he's in there, he's tight, he's alive, but it's cost him his life multiple times. So you can see players and teams are really starting to figure out a decent amount of these bounce shots. Kuzmin also taking the walk here. Door slightly opening here for AC Diesel with a lot of time on the clock still. 8:25 to play.
J-Rab going to pick up the snake here right after Kuzmin takes the walk.
Ooh.
Is he going to...
Almost catches Baginski right there on the wrap from Snake 2. Always so dangerous is Justin Rabikov. One of the best 2s of all time. No one's going to want to debate me on that one.
Yeah, you're not going to get an argument from me on that one. He was also one of the best 1s of all time before he got a little older. A little more valuable as his life.
3-on-4, 2-point lead. Karslev scurrying out to the Dorito corner for Red Legion. That's a nice fill. It's going to be harder for AC Diesel. Really ripping a bounce shot is Baginski, trying to keep J-Rab out of that snake Rito. Not going to stop J-Rab. He takes a bigger bite into the 50 snake structure.
And he's looking for Henningberg. Gets checked back inside, has to stay alive here. Still has a lead to protect, though. So he doesn't need to risk a ton, but saw the opportunity, tried to wrap around, get that shot inside.
Yeah, Mouse protected BJ's life, but not for long as J-Rab steps back off the bunker and kills him. I think he might have shot Spick as well. He does, so it's just Alex Goldman and Baginski.
This is so good.
Yeah, but I was about to say, Karslev made a big move down the Dorito side earlier.
But the Russians are so good at this. So J-Rab's the first to go. It's that boxing metaphor. So, you know, he's the jab, playing a tough spot over here on an island, basically, and then with a couple deaths, he gets up into that spot. The guns now have to focus on him, and then seizing, okay, no one's putting pressure on me because everyone shifted their guns towards J-Rab. Then you get Karslev, and he makes the move and starts getting those kills. Beautiful teamwork.
I saw 96, Matty.
96.
I saw 96.
Jen, why are you breaking the bad news? Let me think 93.
Somebody needs to get you a fan up here, Matty. Oh, Krill taking a hit, going up the center there for Red Legion. However, Goldman's going to take the walk as well.
I think Krill traded with him. I think they shot each other running and shooting, but is that Clint Johnson dying out of the back center? So a tough one for Diesel so far, down 3 in a 4-on-3, I believe, situation in Red Legion's advantage. Yes, and they're in the snake.
Another body coming off. Yeah, Jesse Stevens taking the walk here. It's not looking good for Diesel.
AC Diesel, at times this year and going back to the end of last year, has looked like they were finally putting the pieces together, finding their identity, their fight, their way into Sunday, but so far dropped their first one and not looking good here against Red Legion.
Kuzmin, Snake 3, wrapping around, trying to pad margin here for Legion. Had a pretty close game against Shock, so would love some extra points.
Silos and Baginski looking at Kuzmin, J-Rab, Malloy, and Karslev. Karslev has free reign over here. Look for him to go. Sure enough, he's into Dorito too. Ooh, well, Kuzmin just got shot. That's a very bad death there in a 4-on-2 situation. J-Rab ripping a bounce shot off the Dorito Aztec into the Dorito corner. Does not kill Silo, so 3-on-2. Diesel hanging tough here.
There comes the launch. Diesel getting all the way up and to get the kill on J-Rab. Here comes Karslev with the move on Baginski. And both those bodies coming off, Silos and Baginski. So Karslev going to stack up their 4th point with 5:22 now. Well, Nate's a great paintball story, which we'll talk about when we get to Uprising. Still a little bit more story to tell here, but it's been all Red Legion so far. Diesel knows they need to make something happen with just 5:18 on the clock, so they're going to send Jesse Stevens. Still got some wheels. He goes all the way onto Legion's side. Kirill not committing this time. Camille going into, they're basically poisoned up right on the other side, and Jesse's going to come across, stitches him up, and stays alive. Body dropping out of the backfield. Another one, Jesse Stevens running a racket right now.
Just Malloy. Gonna make a big fill out here to the Snake 1.
Good overwatch, protecting Jesse Stevens as Mouse is gonna use, or no, Clint Johnson. Mouse? Clint Johnson can use that speed to get in and hit the buzzer. Thumbs up. Quick point here. Diesel finally on the board, avoiding the shutout, improving the margin, still in this match with a little under 5. That works out a lot, too, because when you have a situation where not a lot of time, chasing 3 points, guys are going to have to run into spots. That's less guns off the break. You can take some ground.
Absolutely.
Let's see if Legion does it. So they are going to commit. So here, it's exactly what we just talked about. So Legion goes all the way up with Kirill onto their side of the field, and they're almost going to collide, but that's what's needed, and it's going to be a trade.
But it allows Karslev to get out here on the Dorito side corner, which is huge.
They definitely need to stop doubling up that South Electronics can, though.
Although they do kill Clint Johnson, so now 4-on-3, advantage Red Legion with a 3-point lead. Diesel down 3 points with not a lot of time left is going to have to find a way to generate the offense. Alex Goldman in the Snake Rito, that's a good start.
Yeah, but Kuzmin makes his way into the Snake as well for Red Legion. They get out of that double can situation, so Kuzmin in good position there in the Snake 2 for Red Legion. Karslev pushing in here to the Dorito 2 as well.
Well, with Mouse alive, you still got a chance here for Diesel.
Yeah, right now we just have J-Rab and the South Electronics can looking this way.
Yeah, Kuzmin though getting up to that Snake 3.
Now J-Rab scurries up into that laydown wall. That's going to make it harder for Mouse to make the move forward into that 50 brick, 50 wedge. Trying to sneak one in cross field on Kuzmin. Malloy getting out behind Karslev. Now he can keep eyes up the middle. Diesel trying to find a way to develop offense down a body. Not sure if that's Silos Cortez or Jesse Stevens out there in the Dorito corner for him, but whoever it is, looks like they want to make the move.
Yeah, that's Silos, I believe. With the red shocker.
Scoping over the top. Yep, Silos indeed. Still 4 bodies left alive for Red Legion. Red Legion, so uncommon to see them in hold postures.
Yeah, Malloy getting out of that back center, getting a little more forward progression. Here comes a big move. Silos going to get all the way inside route to the snake 3. Gets blown up, though.
Trades with
Kuzmin.
Kuzmin.
Off that kill. Mouse is going to launch, gets to the 50.
Good head check there
Great.
by Karslev.
Yeah, perfect move of a head check, and then you can see the frustration kind of starting to set in here. Going to be taking 2 losses. There's still 2:30 left, but just Mark Baginski left alive here is not looking good for AC Diesel.
Oh, but he shoots Malloy, so it's a 1-on-1 now. Even if this match is slipping out of reach, any point really matters here for Diesel.
So it's Justin Rabakov and Mark Baginski, but Justin Rabakov's going to win pretty much the first gunfight once the 1-on-1 locked in. And it's going to increase the spread for Legion. Make it very difficult for Diesel. Again, margin so crucial here. The Aztec, occasionally it's a little less, a little bit more rare. But even the Aztec, which is, if you get that kill, I mean, that's
impressive.
Yeah, because that guy missed 2 steps and he's diving and he's okay.
AC Diesel in the send. Here comes Samotrov
Getting a spin out here.
in the middle to contend with Jesse Stevens.
Kuzmin very quickly into Snake 2. Trade in the middle with Jesse Stevens and Leo Samotrov. Another body coming off for AC Diesel. So just 3 options out there for him on the body count. Under 2 minutes.
Yep, with 4 Russian Legion bodies and a 4-point lead. If you're AC Diesel, you definitely want to try to score the point here. You don't want to throw your bodies away and go down 5. Every point matters when you're going to be sitting at 0-2, trying to get in on margin tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, they'd love to stack up another one here and might have an opportunity to do so as they get a shot on Karslev, and that's from that linchpin on the D side, that Aztec.
Coming up on a minute here. You can see Goldman on your screen here laying down, trying to get the shot in on Malloy in that back center.
It's just going to be tough to get through J-Rab's gun on that side.
Well, it's tough also because Diesel doesn't have anyone over here on the Dorito side that can help pressure Malloy in that back center, right? So he can live on this side of the bunker.
Clint Johnson launches through the middle, gets no one. So 3-on-2. Alex Goldman is on to Red Legion side of the field, but he has Kuzmin and J-Rab to deal with.
Baginski with a huge bite going all the way into that D2 position. He gets shot out.
So this is basically going to do it. Under 40 seconds left. It's just Alex Goldman. He's got 3 Red Legion players. Diesel, no point in conceding. Kuzmin going to get behind Mouse, open it up all the way, shoot him in the face or in the mouth. Somebody does.
That was a great shot at a running target from Kuzmin, coast to coast. That guy probably plays 4 days a week.
Kuzmin going to let it tick down to under 10 seconds and seal a 5-point victory for Red Legion.
Yeah, Legion, in some close points against Shock, so on the score, but they were winning the higher end of the engagements. Then Legion against, I thought this game would be close. Diesel needing a win, looking really good since World Cup last year. I thought this would be a blow-for-blow battle. But one of the cool stories here developing for Legion, even though he just kind of got bunkered out, is Kuzmin drawing the start and playing pretty well here with the loss of Sergei Solnaiskov. That's a huge hit to
But they
their
did
starting
get
roster.
They got Smotrov back, so I'm curious to see how that ends up unfolding in the long run.
It's been more Kuzmin, though.
100%. And I noticed that when, because Smotrov was back for Atlantic City, so I was like, are they going to throw him right back in, or, how are they going to work that out? But
No, Jen, that's actually a really good part of the story because Smotrov was not able to come over here, couldn't get a visa for years, and so then they had to, they had to pick up Justin Rabakov. Still, interesting story. Red Legion, though, taking the victory.